We generated over 400K net profit in a span of 90 days for an apparel brand with only less than 100K in ad spend. Now, the beauty behind this is I have the roadmap, I have the blueprint that I can share with you. This was ad spend across Meta, ad spend across Google, and a bit of just organizing collection drops. This brand is in season, but it's more of hyping up your collection drops. It's more of building engagement prior to actually dropping new product bundles, new product SKUs. So let's dive in. Here are the 4 takeaways that you can implement for your business so that you can be on track to one day replicate results like this, to hit 400K a month or 400K net profit in a span of 90 days with just a fraction of ad spend needed. So let's talk about how we utilize Meta, right? Meta is a great channel to attract top of funnel, brand new, net new transactions. People who've never heard about your business, who are unaware about what you sell, what products you promote. That is what Meta is for. We want to capture their attention. We want to engage with those users, and we want to turn them into one day, hopefully, long-term customers. So how can we make Meta profitable for our business? Well, there's 2 ways we can go about this process. First of all, it's by having a gross margin over 75%. When we have a gross margin over 75%, our CPA targets, we're making at least 10 to 15% net profit for every cost of goods sold on the front end if we align our unit economics together. So our target is always gross margin over 75%. If one single SKU doesn't allow you to hit those targets, well, then what we do is create a bundle of all of our best hero SKUs together, push that on the front end, coupled with a grand slam offer, typically like a buy one, get one 50% off, buy two, get one free, even get a free gift with purchase, right? If we have a downsell that we could possibly push to make this offer really beneficial for the end user, that's what we're going to apply on the front end. So when we do this, either we're acquiring brand new top of funnel transactions at break even or at the very best net profit, right? So every sale that we're capturing is profitable. And then as a byproduct, since we have no data on what the LTV of those transactions are going to be, we're not banking and relying on these people to come back to our business because we're profitable on the front end, right? Of course, we might see a 10, 15, 20% maybe as far as returning customer base. Now the goal would be, okay, we have profitability on the front end. The goal is always, what can you do to increase your LTV? Now, some brands are backwards. Some brands have strong LTV, but they just struggle with front end profitability. I've just always found that it's way easier to come up and achieve first order profitability than it is to force somebody to buy back from your business, even if they don't want to, right? So that is the beauty of having a great product. If your product is good in the market, you're going to get returning customers already. So with Meta being our top of funnel lead generation platform, we use that to acquire brand new customers. Now let's go into Google. How do we apply Google in this scenario? Well, after you reach a certain threshold of ad spend, and even at 80K, I think that's still very, very small, you're going to see overlap across platforms. You're going to see overlap as far as incrementality. What does this mean? Well, if you advertise on Meta, you're going to see a fluctuation where people don't convert. Now, if people don't convert right away off of the first looking at the landing page, reviewing the landing page, they might want to come back and search the brand again. Now, they might not click that same exact Meta ad they came across, but they remember the brand's name, they remember the image, they remember some colors. So what they're going to do is primarily go on Google, which is the search engine, and either type in keywords that match the product they're trying to figure out, or they might just search the brand name. So when we're running Meta ads at a high level, around $1,000 a day in ad spend, and like I said, even then, some consider that high, some consider that low, depending on your perspective and your history of ad spend, managing campaigns. You're talking about really being in target when you're spending past 5K a day, right? That's where things get really tricky, and then you have to maximize efficiency. But if you're spending around 1K a day, you can get away with having your campaigns run for 2-3 days. But I say this to say, at that threshold of around 1K to $800 a day in spend, you can now have some gateway to diversify that budget into Google ads, because you're going to see some benefits. You're going to see some rewards. The beauty of running Google while you're scaling, you're spending around 1K to $800 a day on Meta ad spend is Google is great because it's going to maximize the retargeting base. It's going to maximize people who've already converted, or it's going to maximize middle funnel audiences. People who didn't convert or maybe interested, they search up the brand, they come across a Google ad, boom, we're seeing it maximize efficiency there. So with Meta being our top of funnel base, Google is more so coming in behind Meta and targeting the middle funnel, bottom of the funnel, people who maybe added to cart, maybe initiate checkout, but didn't convert for whatever reason. That's what we use Google for. And traditionally, you're going to see around anywhere from that 4 to 5x return. You're going to see very, very healthy CPAs, because the more you spend on Meta, the more you're going to see optimized performance on Google. That's just the commonalities I see between these two platforms. They work synchronistically, or they work congruently together for our benefit to reduce our blended CPA. Now, the third pillar to apply to this to reach similar results as I covered is we want to plan our collection drops. I already said this in a couple of videos, but we want to plan our collection drops during times of the year where buying behavior is already high, right? The reason why most brands are successful during Q4 is think about how many holidays there are in that given 3-month cycle. So we have holidays where we have like Memorial Day, Veterans Day, back to school, these one-off holidays where during months around Q1, Q2 where things are pretty slow. If we plan a collection drop around that holiday season where people are in the buying behavior, psychology is already there, we're going to see a reduction in CPA, but we're going to see a lift in total conversions. 9 times out of 10, when we plan a collection drop, we run a hype up campaign to this collection drop, we're seeing pretty efficient CPAs at a decent cost, especially when buying behavior is at an all-time high. So if we plan collection drops that are aligned with like Memorial Day, Veterans Day, even going into Q4, these one-off holidays, and you have your New Year's, you have Christmas, you have, especially for America, I'm just talking about the American market, what America holidays celebrate. They celebrate Christmas as an organized, universal holiday across the country, right? Everybody's out of work to support this holiday, whatever, right? American tradition. So we capture and align our drops with these traditional holidays, we're seeing more conversions at lower CPAs at higher volumes versus if we were to launch collections on weekends where there's no holidays, right? So if we want to align it together. If it makes sense, let's do it. If it doesn't, well, then you're kind of fighting an uphill battle. So we want to map out our collection drops and align them with what the market is moving towards and what's happening. Now, the fourth objective is first order profit is key. If you have first order profit, you have control over your business. You're not relying on your transactions from ads to grow your business. As I covered before, ads only amplifies your business, and LTV is commonly an issue that your product can only solve. The better the product, the better the LTV, right? It even depends on the type of product. If you're selling products that last over a year, 2 years, 3 years, and customers don't need a replacement, well, then you need to come up with other SKUs to expand the business horizontally. Vice versa. If you have really good LTV, but for whatever reason you just struggle to turn first order profit, you can't make any money with ads, you need to set up your gross margin targets. You need to combine your hero SKUs. You need to come up with Grand Slam offers. That's going to move the needle for your business. So with that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're looking to get set up for your exit, check out scalevelocity.io. You can read my free 30-page protocol breaking this all down. If you're tired of getting burned by ad agencies and you want to work directly with me and my team, like I said, you can check out scalevelocity.io and book in a call. So with that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.